Happy January 2nd! So I just felt like having a little chat. This is what people do on YouTube, right? They make these like New Year's videos. New Year, new me. Nope, sorry. New Year, same gremlin me. I mean, there are things I want to do to improve myself. Why not? Progression is a human thing, right? Our soul deems progress, I would say. You know, some of us just can't deal with stagnation. 2022 had some high points, but honestly a lot of low points. For our family personally, like the whole thing with my mom. My husband lost his job on December 3rd. I didn't say anything because, you know, it was a little dicey there for a moment, but he did find a job. So, hooray. Oh, God. He's one of those guys also that cannot stand stagnation. You know, this has been a bad thing for him, but also probably a positive thing for him. He's been trying to get out of Walmart for years. Like literal years. But for some reason, he just never, you know, pulled that trigger. And when he talked to his therapist about it, she said, maybe this is a good thing. You know, you were miserable there. He was very, very miserable there. So he seems happy where he is now. I hope that remains to be the case. Overall, though, I think what ultimately led to the firing was that this has also been the worst year of his mental health. The worst mental health year he's had. And I've known him for about 14 years. We think we know what caused it, and he's no longer taking that medication. And I honestly have seen a shift in mood, and this Christmas was so much better than last Christmas. Oh my God. I never talked about it. I wanted to make a video about it, but I just never did. And it's such a heavy topic. And then with what I had to do with my mom, that was, you know, I talked about that, but that was also a heavy topic. Let's just say that last Christmas was probably the start of the terrible mental health season. He told me he had a plan. He told me he had intentions of carrying out the plan. I had to react. I had to 302 him, and that was Christmas night. I didn't put up the Christmas vlogs of 2021 until like months and months and months. Why? Because I'm a slacker. But also, it was super hard watching those videos. Like seeing him, and like in the video you can see he's not, like, his energy is low, and you know, considering what happened then on Christmas, the night of Christmas Day, you just, hindsight is 2020. Before I was like, oh, he's just tired. So I had to 302 him, and you know, we were in constant contact. He took a little time off from work. He had to guarantee to them that he was able to do his job after that, and he did. They didn't discipline him, as far as I know. I mean, I think he would be honest with me about his disciplinary record, but he was struggling throughout the whole year. He was struggling throughout the whole year with things. When he had low points, they were very low. And he says things to people. And then ultimately, he like went to his neurologist like in November. Like it was his yearly appointment with him. And he told his neurologist everything that had happened in 2022, all the episodes he was having with his depression and anxiety. And the neurologist was like, you have depression and anxiety? We're going to take you off this medication. I think that was the best choice. You know, no one can say, I know that correlation does not equal causation. All I can say is I have definitely seen a mood shift, or at least I hope I have seen. I'm just telling myself I've seen a mood shift since he's gone off that medication. Nope. And I did have a little bit of anxiety leading up to Christmas, and my thought was, make this as Christmassy as possible. Because the thing he kept reiterating in 2021 was, it doesn't feel like Christmas. It doesn't feel like Christmas. This doesn't feel like Christmas. The weather was too warm for him, or, you know, he wants snow. We don't live in an area that gets snow on Christmas. Our snow comes in January and February sometimes. Like, we are never guaranteed snow in any given year. It either happens or it doesn't. It's not a big deal. I can count on one hand the number of white Christmases we had, and it's not even a full hand. that's in my lifetime. I've been here 36 years. I was just trying, my response to all that was, let's try to do as many Christmassy things as possible. And, you know, he was involved in a lot of it, mostly because he didn't have a job, so he could come to stuff. He has found work, thankfully, and he's happy with it. I mean, the high point of the year was I got a promotion. That was great. Thank God, because I guess kind of we're sort of at where we were before I got the promotion now. I'm not sure. So 2022 was rough. But you know, you survive because you gotta survive. You know, I have children. I have this house. I have to, you know, survive in whatever way that means. And of course, putting my health first is always a priority. I'm 36. I'm gonna be 37 in a couple of months. So of course, health is always important, especially since I have littles. I don't really like talking about it on YouTube because I find that content boring. I know I've put on weight. I seem to go between like the same 30 pounds back and forth. So gotta deal with that, I guess. You know what the big thing that we cut out this year that we were doing a lot before walking? We just, I don't know, it got like really hot and then we stopped and then it kind of cooled off and she was always like, do you want to go for a walk? And I was like, nah. So I definitely think we need to reincorporate that. I like walking. Don't like other exercises though. Before things went to shit with his job, we had a membership at the YMCA. I went once. I find it super hard to find time to do anything outside of my normal routine. I basically go to work, come home, relieve Amy, make dinner, put the kids to bed at 8. And after that, I'm tired and I don't really want to do anything. Maybe when they're older, it'll be different, but especially this one, he loves having me around. And I feel guilty. Like, it would have to be a time when my husband would be home. I couldn't always guarantee that. A lot of times he was working a late shift. A lot of times he wasn't getting home till after 9 or 10. And the Y didn't stay open that long. It's not like Planet Fitness that stays open forever, right? But again, I don't like machines or anything. My sister's like, put on some YouTube, put your headphones in, and just do it. Yeah, it's easy to say that when you don't have 2 small kids. Going outside at night to take a walk, like a mile-long walk, after they've gone to bed, takes about like 30 minutes. And then I end up back at my house. There you go. So that's not a bad thing. Anyway, health, right? You do what you do. There's a lot of things I want to get back into. Like, I need to use these planners I have, because everybody has a schedule and it is super hard to keep track of everybody's schedule. It would also probably be good to know, like, write down when everybody takes a shower, because sometimes you get into moments where you're like, when's the last time I had a bath? Because I don't bathe them every day. That's not good for your skin. I don't care what anybody says. I am diagnosed with ADHD. I haven't had my meds for a little bit. I have to pay them. And I just feel like I need to start writing things down and planning them better, because when I get out of that, things turn bad. I forget stuff real easy. And I realize I need to write it down in multiple places. I need to put it on the work calendar, the desk calendar, the planner, and my phone. So that way, at any given point, wherever I am, I can know what the hell's going on. Because I have meetings, I have appointments, they have appointments, they have extracurricular stuff. And holding that all in your head just doesn't work. No matter how much I tell myself, I have it, I can do it, I can handle it. Like, I don't know, since November, and maybe it has to do with my mom, but since November, I have not meal planned at all. Basically started doing a thing where I tell Amy to take out something in the morning, and I'll think of what to do with it by the time I get home. And I hate that, because it's just nice to have a meal plan, just to have that thought off my brain. It's weird being the one that has to decide what everybody eats. I've seen memes even suggesting that, you know, no one tells you that being a grown-up means deciding what to eat, deciding what everybody else has to eat, and figuring that out every single day. So writing it down would just be so much better. I need to get back into that habit. I need to get a habit of planning out and writing all my plans out. I need to get into the habit of meal planning. Just in general, I need to do better. Better by them, better by myself. And we have some things to look forward to in this coming year. Amy's turning 40. And for her 40th birthday, she wants to go to Hershey Park. It was one of the places that her aunt told her you have to visit while you're on the East Coast. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take her to Hershey Park for a couple of days to celebrate her 40th birthday. That'll be fun. Genevieve and Amy are going to go visit her mom in July at some point. I don't know how long they're going to be gone. I don't think they're going to be gone as long as they were last. Because Amy took this trip with her when she was 5. That was her first plane ride. And then they let a year go by. And now they're saying they miss her and they want her to come back. So she's going to go again. I can't see my boss letting me take 3 weeks off. And they're definitely not going to let me work from home. It worked out last time because I was working from home the entire time. I took like a week off, but mostly I was working from home. And it worked. It was terrible because having to watch this one while also paying attention to working, because I was a supervisor at the time and I had to assign cases and make sure they got done and oversee people. That was difficult for me. When anybody talks about being a work from home mom, I'm like, oh, I hate that. If you can do it, I'm so very impressed by you. Like, wow, that's amazing. Me? Nah, it's a hellscape. Don't like that. I love you. I do not love taking care of you while working. That's terrible. I was once on Bumble and talked to this random lady. It was around Labor Day, so the lady was asking me, what are your plans for Labor Day? And I was like, oh, I got like a 3-day weekend, so that'll be fun. And she's like, I'm a full-time mom. I never have any weekends. And I was like, I'm sorry. I mean, I was off from work for 3 days. And no shame on her, because, yeah, being a full-time mom is also very hard. I'm just saying it's, to me, who works and also mothers, I find it easier to focus on one rather than both. So it was nice to have a couple days off where I could just focus on the kids. That's all I was saying. Anyway, she never talked to me after that. So apparently I offended her. So I don't know how that trip's going to turn out. I think I can probably get away with 2 weeks. If I do get vacation during that period, my plan is also to go visit my sister. This whole trip, she was like, how come you never come see me anymore? How come you never come see me anymore? Because when she was living in North Carolina, we would go like twice a year down there to visit her. And then we had him. And then COVID happened. So that cut that off. I think we did one trip in 2021 maybe? I have to look back. We did one trip. And I don't remember it being terrible. And it's just easy for her to come this way because she doesn't have to drag small children with her. But I told her, if I get time off and Jen is away with Amy, yeah, I want to do something with him and my husband, hopefully. Because with his new job, I don't know what his time off is even going to be. And then Genevieve really wanted to go to the beach this year. And I told her, if you're going away for a good portion of the month in July, and then also we're going to go see Amy, we're seeing Amy's at Hershey Park in June, I don't think we can cut a beach trip this year. So let's aim for next year for that. But of course there will be beach day trips because there has to be. And then I was telling my husband I would really like to go back to the Poconos for our anniversary this year. Because I don't think I vlogged when we went to the Poconos for our I don't even think it was our anniversary we went to the Poconos. I think it was just a we need time together trip. And I didn't vlog that, and I wish I had, because I really I have good memories of that trip, and I wish I could relive. Those are fun things to look forward to. And then YouTube. I like YouTube. I like doing vlogs. I like other stuff too, but I like doing vlogs. They don't get any views. But you know what? I'm gonna watch them eventually. And I like doing the Tron videos. I always need to find new clothes. We just decluttered yesterday, January 1st. We cleaned up and decluttered a little. Just a little bit. We got rid of some clothes. I filmed what I did in the bedroom. I still have to film more and then do like an after thing. I want to redo the bedroom a tad. Like we got new bed sheets and now I'm just like, maybe new curtains. Maybe take down some wall decor and put up some other wall decor. There's so many things I have that I need to frame. Paintings and drawings and stuff of things. My husband, we got a painting on our cruise for a honeymoon and my anniversary gift this year was him framing it. And now it's up in our house and I love it. And now I need to get other things framed so I can put them up and love them. Alright, I'm losing a lot of light. I probably already lost a lot of light. I'm sorry. I should have rethought this. But, oh my god, this boy in my lap has been so good.
Yeah.
You've been so good. So good. Thank you. Mwah. So good sitting in my lap. Mwah. Alright, well, thank you for watching if you do. Yeah, he's playing his Mario Kart game.
No.
Ooh. Alright, thank you for watching. Mwah.